Another day, another week, another build. Welcome back to Builds of the Week, B.O.T.W. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We'll, is that good? Okay, all right, cool. We'll roll with that. Hey, how's it going, sex felines? My name is M.C.I.K or CJ. Welcome everybody back to another video. Welcome back to Warframe. We're back here with B.O.T.W's Builds of the Week, and we're back here with number 33, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. The War Within should already be out. I'm just recording this prior to the War Within's release because I don't have much to record left. And also, I thought I haven't done a B.O.T.W for about 2 weeks now, and I also got to thinking, I've done almost every single frame that there is for a B.O.T.W. I've done, Ember, Excalibur, Valkyrie, Hydrate, all of the above. However, there is one frame that I still have not covered and made a B.O.T.W for, and it is definitely her time to shine. So today, without further ado, we're going to be taking a look at Zephyr, her B.O.T.W today, and it's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys might not like the build, but it's my personal build, and I find it a lot of fun to use. I do use Augment in this build, obviously. And yeah, this is going to be probably the last B.O.T.W for frames I do, unless there's any more frames that come out, which I'm sure is going to be the new Bard frame coming out. I'll make more as more frames come out, but other than that, this is covering all of the frames that we currently have after Zephyr. For the most part, I might miss one. I don't know for sure. I'll have to go through again and check them, but for sure, I know that we have not done Zephyr on a B.O.T.W yet. So yeah, special. So without further ado, sit back, relax, enjoy, and we'll get right into this B.O.T.W. All right, let's get right into this B.O.T.W. So before I start with the build, I'm going to show you guys my color schemes because more than likely you're going to be like, Cole, that Zephyr looks... It looks good, and I know exactly that's exactly what you're thinking. Don't even worry about it. So I'll show you guys my color schemes for Zephyr, and yeah, I'm actually a huge fan of this. I went with a lime green, like a neon green and black, and a little bit of gray, and it turned out pretty well. All right, so for her color schemes, it's gonna be black, gray of your choosing, like a silver or kind of like a darker white, another black, and 2 greens of your choosing. The green I went with was the infested green, which is right here. I like how bright it is. That's why I'm a huge fan of it. And the black I went with was from the Gamma pack. And as for the attachments, I copied them from the main set. I'm using the Salix Cyandana, the Salix, I don't know how that's pronounced. It's Ivara Cyandana. The Pakal chest plate and the 2 shoulder plates. The Prisma Daedalus knee plates, which I gotta say look really nice. And yeah, that's about it. And then as for the rest of the weapons, I just copied them, and yeah. Now I did choose 3 weapons in particular to use the day for this B.O.T.W. I'll get into that in a little bit later. Without further ado, let's get into this week's B.O.T.W. Zephyr, baby. Let's do this. Alright, so this build is going to be based around, not really strength. I didn't think building Zephyr for strength was such a good idea. I know I always could, but I prefer not to. Anyway, the base around this build is going to be efficiency, max efficiency, so I'll be able to spam my abilities. Also, a good bit of power range to keep me alive, and I'll get into that in a little bit. And yeah, as for strength and duration, they're going to be at neutral 100%. Alright, let's get right into the modding. The aura mod I went with was Rejuvenation. I'm a huge fan of Rejuvenation. It's really good, especially if you have a D polarity built into the frame already. It regenerates health if you guys didn't know. It's to the point. It's pretty basic. It's pretty basic. We'll start off with efficiency. So the way I got 175% efficiency, which is max efficiency, is a 1 from the top fleeting and a streamline over here. This did take down the duration quite a bit, so I did throw in a primed continuity to bring it back to 100%, or in this case 105%. So that's good. So for range, we went with Cunning Drift and Stretch. This is going to give us our 160% power range. For more energy, I added on Flow. For more shields, I added on Redirection. Seeing how Zephyr is built with more shields than she has health, so I thought Redirection would be a little bit better than Vitality. And last but not least, I threw on Jetstream. This is a really good augment of hers. It's an augment for Turbulence, and I'm sure you guys have already seen this a million times. It has 2 effects when you cast Turbulence. When you cast Turbulence, it's going to increase movement speed by 40% for you and your allies. Basically meaning you're going to be able to run a lot faster. It also increases projectile speed for you and your allies as well. 100% more projectile speed. So I'm going to show you guys that a little bit when we get into the simulation room. It's a lot of fun. I'll leave it at that for now. And yeah, guys, this is the modding right here. It's nothing really too crazy good, but I enjoy running it. It's a very fun build to use in my opinion. All right, now I showed you guys that. I'm going to show you guys all of her abilities in the simulation room with the build that I have equipped right now. All right, Zephyr's first ability is Tailwind. People sometimes seem to disregard this ability. It is an awesome ability, but it can be really handy for getting around the battlefield very fast. Basically, when you cast this, you're going to be leaped into the air directly up and it's also going to increase in range. So if you have a good bit of range on this, which I have 160%, so it's not too bad. Anyway, you're going to be launched into the air, and from there you can recast it if you want to continue to fly, so to speak. And the great thing about this is it is spammable, so you can spam as much as you want as long as you have good efficiency, which in this case, we do have good efficiency on this build. We have 175%. And it kind of reminds me of the old Excalibur super jump, if you guys remember that. You can kind of just spam it and you can get to high places. Having a good bit of range with this thing is very helpful, so it can be really good to get around place to place very fast. It's also really good for speedrunning as well. If you want to do capture missions, you can just zoom right through the mission with this ability. Her next ability, Dive Bomb. This is going to be the ability that really works very well, I guess you could say, with Tailwind, her first ability. Basically, as long as you're airborne, no matter where you're at, when you use your second ability, Dive Bomb, you're going to launch yourself back into the ground and create a bit of an effect, an area of effect. It can either kill enemies or knock them on their ass. Either way, it's really good. It's a handy ability if you're in a pinch. You can just cast the one, and then you can cast the second ability, and you can create a little bit of a, I guess, kind of like a small little bit of a crowd control. So we're going to use that right now. We're going to launch into the air using Tailwind and then Dive Bomb. So here we go. Let's see if we can kill this guy in one shot. And here we go. Damn it. Try it again. Either way, it didn't kill him in one try, but the point is, it is a nice way to knock enemies on the ground. I had to probably say that's probably my least favorite ability of hers. It could have been replaced with something a little bit better, but it is what it is. Her next ability, and probably one of my favorite abilities of hers, is Turbulence. It's very simple and to the point. When you cast this thing, you're going to be surrounded with a bit of an air effect, wind. Basically, you cannot take any damage from bullets or projectiles or anything of the sorts. However, you're not invincible. You can still take damage from areas of effects and whatnot. But bullets, for the most part, they won't be able to touch you for shit. And I'm going to show you guys an example right now. We're going to spawn in some air and heavy gunners. All of them, level 20, and we're going to spawn them in right now and go activate my Turbulence. So yeah, Turbulence is an awesome and a little bit overpowered of an ability. It's really good though. She almost becomes invincible for a little bit, but still she can take damage. This just prevents her from taking bullet damage or projectile damage, whatever you want to call it. Now I'm going to show you guys the additions that the Turbulence augment gives, and I gotta say it is pretty nice. Now the weapons that I have equipped right now were chosen specifically by me for the video. We have the Tonkor, we have the Teslos Akbolto, and we have the Galatine Prime. They are all basically projectiles. And like I said, when you're using the augment for Turbulence, it's going to increase projectile speed by 100%. So basically, it's going to make them fly through the air a lot faster and get to the target or get to the enemy, whichever it may be. It's going to be really awesome. I'm going to show you guys how it can increase it by quite a bit. So we're going to start off with the basic Tonkor. I'll show you guys exactly how long it takes to get all the way to the wall right there. So we're going to shoot right now. As you can see, it takes a good 1.5 seconds, but with the Turbulence mod and the augment, not even 1 second almost. Look at that. They fly so fast through the air, it's insane. And lastly, my favorite, which is the glaive. All right, we're gonna spawn in those 20 heavy gunners again, and we're gonna take them all out using the glaive. The great thing about the Turbulence mod is that it makes the glaive come back to you almost instantaneously, and it just goes so fast through the air. Let's see if we can get a collateral. Watch this shit. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah, there we go. One at a time. Take your fucking turns. Take your turns. Take your time. I don't know. It's probably a bad example, but I don't know. I find these 3 weapons really fun to use with the Turbulence augment. Last but not least, we have her 4th ability, which is Tornado, which is pretty self-explanatory. You spawn in some fucking tornadoes. So we're gonna spawn in some air and heavy gunners once again, and I'm gonna show you guys how that works. We're not gonna be. This ability is really not good for strength. You can't really kill enemies late game. So the best thing about this ability is that it does do great CC. So we're gonna do that right now. Here we go. Actually, no, check that. We're gonna spawn in some butchers just for shits and gigs. And we're gonna spawn in 7 of them, and we're gonna make them go flying like Dorothy. All right, here we go. Peace out, guys. Home dogs. Oh man. Oh wow, it's actually killing them. Holy shit. I wasn't expecting that. If you guys didn't know, the cool thing about the tornadoes is that you can shoot into the tornadoes, and whatever element you have on your weapon, that's what the tornadoes are going to turn. Let's say you have corrosive on your weapon, they're going to turn green. If you have electricity on your weapon, they're going to turn blue. And yeah, it can be really helpful for going against certain factions, so make sure you guys pay attention to that. Anyway, other than that, that's going to wrap it up for this week's B.O.T.W. Thank you for watching the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I am going to go drink some water because my voice is fucking killing me right now. Have a great day. I'll see you guys for tomorrow's video. And yeah, should be some War Within something. War Within bullshit. Yep, probably. Because I love sucking some dick. Not dick. I'm not gay. D-E, dick. Dick.